masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo!
What up, family? How y'all doing? Can I get somebody to let me know if y'all can hear us? Do we got volume? Do we got good sound? If we got good sound, we gonna keep moving. We gonna keep talking until we found out if we got good sound or not. So somebody, first person in the class, best student, best person of the day, the dopest person that I know can come in and say, we have sound and we gonna get the moving. Look at this, y'all. I got some of the best shit. You can't even see it because it's green. It's apple, cucumber, and celery. Yeah. Look, you can't even see it because it's green. Yeah. Do we got sound, y'all?
My mic sound nice, check. Why is that always a check sound? My mic sound nice, check.
I guess because it's like, do we got sound? And you're saying my mic sound nice. Check 1, check 2, check 3. So since we got sound, I'm Javon Clark, and this is my wife,
Chris Clark.
And we are a happily married couple of 18 years, and we're coming in to talk to y'all about marriage. And is it fucking needed anymore? What's the point of it? Just before I get started, I was just talking about, I made a video the other day. Let me turn my little fan off. I'm going to get hot for a second until I cool off. But I had made a video the other day where I was saying marriage has a 50% success rate. Yeah, you did. Which means it also has a 50% failure rate. Mm-hmm. Anything on this earth, the scientific method, anything on this earth that only works at 50% will be reevaluated and readjusted. Yeah. Like if you had a fucking pilot that flew and landed 50% of the time, or a fucking doctor that did 50% of his surgeries right, or either a bus driver that 50% of the time this motherfucker guaranteed to wreck. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, no, he can't do this. Yeah. So if we had an institution, if the fucking government's election process only worked 50% of the time, we would need to reevaluate that. Yeah. If we tried to pick a president and 50% of the time that shit came out wrong, we would say, look, we need a new motherfucking election process. Yeah. So I'm looking at marriage, and I'm just, since we're talking about this, the question I had was, does marriage need to be revisited as far as an institution that only works 50% of the time? Now, having said that, remember I was talking about when a man and a woman divorce, a marriage is a contract. So when me and my wife go into contract, I go into contract, I say, I'm here to protect and provide and do certain things, take care of the kids, be a father, and you're here to, help provide and be a good mother and sex and cook and clean, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when a man and a woman break up, the court upholds the woman's end of the contract. Yeah. The man still has to provide insurance, pay for the kids, The woman get half the house, But the court don't say, well, since y'all were together, you got to go suck his dick once a month or give him some pussy every now and then. And you got to let him see his kids. And you got to be a good mother. Yeah. You got to be a good person to him. Yeah. A man and a woman can divorce, and a woman could just get mad and hate this man forever. Hate this man forever. Don't do right by this man, and don't be a good mother to his children. And it's like the court only upholds a woman. And then we live in a world where women be like, the patriarchy don't care about women, all this stuff. So the question is, I was having, is marriage even fucking worth it? And it's funny that Carla, decided, well, look, y'all talk about that. I don't know if she saw my video or if that's just how she rocking. You know what I'm saying? But it's a situation where if y'all on Facebook, share this. If y'all on YouTube, share this. If y'all just share this for me, hit the like button, subscribe, all that. So we're going to talk about that today. What are the real true benefits of marriage outside of a wedding and a ring? Question for you. Now, we got married in Jamaica. So you had a wedding. We probably spent a decent amount of money on a wedding where we could have had a nice wedding and reception here. But we went to Jamaica and stayed in like a mansion with it was probably like 10 couples all together. And so do you consider yourself having had a wedding since it was like in Jamaica where all your family weren't there and your friends that are closest to you? But how do you feel about that as we talk about the wedding and the ring? Because we did rings and we don't wear rings now. We're gonna get into that. But how do you feel about your wedding? I never thought about that. What do you think about that?
I mean, for me, we consider family, but at that time in my life, I was doing everything with my friends. So the people that came were people who I vacationed with, that I saw and and spoke to, every day. So I mean, of course, the kids could have came and stuff like that, but to me, we was getting a 2-for-1 because we were somewhere where it was going to turn into a vacation.
Oh yeah, it turned into a honeymoon. I never thought about it like that.
We had everything at once. So
yeah,
I mean, it was everything I wanted it to be.
Okay.
It was everything I wanted it to be. I felt like this: if we make it 10 years, then we'll have another one here with everybody else, and we've been together way longer than that now. And I didn't want to actually do one though.
Okay. But I was just wondering, did you feel like you had a wedding? Like I said, our wedding pictures were posted on Facebook before we knew they were posted. Our friends posted, but I didn't look at, I didn't look at it like we had a wedding. Because in my mind, to get married in Jamaica, I felt like we was swept away in romance, but robbed our family in a way. So I kind of almost didn't see it as having a wedding.
But you got to think, like I just said, I went on vacation with those friends, those couples that came with us every year for years. Like they are the family. Now, besides my mother and the boys was young.
Because my sisters was mad. Like, nigga, you didn't got married.
Well, I think back then I didn't.
Do me a favor. See, can you find me on YouTube?
I didn't
go to my page
it because you had been married before.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think that was like a big deal. And maybe me being the person that back then used to be kind of still shy about getting married, especially after somebody's gotten married. I'm the new person or whatever. So I'm still getting used to your family at that point, even though we all clicked whenever I met them, we still got married quickly. So the relationship developed after that. I think in hindsight, if that would have been the way we all cool now and, have been on vacation together and stuff like that before.
What's my name in your phone?
Sweets.
Yeah, I'm trying to share this and get this. All right, okay. Go ahead, keep talking.
Right. And so, I mean, the experiences that I've had with your family now, I think I would want them to come before I might ask a lot of people in my family, but I didn't think that you should bother family and have them spend money to come out the country. So who was going to get cheated then? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, when I think of it, you know what I'm saying? It's like it was like a vacation trip for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. That's how I put it together. It was a smart financial move. People have a wedding and all that ceremony and then still leave and go somewhere. So I had to decide who was important that was there to experience. But then I said, well, if we stay together and we do some type of ceremony later on, it shows people that we actually stayed together and did some life together. And to me, then that's a bigger celebration, which goes back to what we're talking about what marriage really is and isn't, and the benefits and even some of the drawbacks. Mm-hmm. There's some drawbacks for some people. There's actually I have students that 3rd, 4th, 5th grade don't want kids already, don't want marriage already. They say that. First of all, why is that a conversation? But when we was younger, that age, we wanted, little girls wanted to be married. Yeah, that's the whole idea of the Ken doll and, Barbie and Ken being together. So for them not to want to, and then when I ask them why, they say it's too much money. Mm-hmm. They say nobody's happy. You know what?
Do you think that's because they hearing too much shit? Because when we was kids, we didn't know when our mom and daddy was arguing or going through something unless they was fucking beating on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
During a regular day, we didn't know if we was struggling or how if bills won't be getting paid, or maybe because of the cell phone. Back in the day when a woman was gossiping with her friends or talking about certain things, she was in her back room, but because of the cell phone, it's like
you can have that.
You had that conversation anywhere, in the living room, in the car.
That's where
and kids are hearing what's going on too much.
Kids don't go to their rooms at home, so for the most part, it's just driving around in the car, hearing conversations. But see, the thing is, also kids know when their parents get their tax returns, So
things
we didn't know about before, and they just know too much, so they are already judging their life. And I'm like, I'm not telling you to be married and have a kid. I'm saying you're in the 4th grade, like this is something that you can't understand, and you're judging it based on what you see your parents going through, but you're a kid that don't understand that.
But you know what? I will say this. Our marriage was intentional. A lot of people don't marry intentionally, meaning like we both had a purpose. We felt like our purpose aligned. We felt like we were two identical people who had the same thoughts and processes, wanted to change the world and do certain things. And we knew we would be vilified or looked down upon or whatever. So
which
we had a purpose
to being like not an outcast, but somebody that is people looking at.
I think at times that has helped us stay together of the fact that people wanted us to break up. Not that we walk around saying we ain't gonna break up because of what the people think, but just the me against the world, us against the world aspect of that's anything. It's like a football team. If everybody, man, it's just us against the world. So I think that has something to do with it. Intentional marriage, you know what I'm saying? Some like people get married out of going together for a while and liking each other and say, well, this is the next step. But they don't have any intention in it. And I think when you marry with intention, what are your intentions? You have a goal. When you just marry just because, well, we've been going together a certain amount of time and we got a kid, let's get married. It's like you don't have an end goal. You don't have a path. So it's kind of like when you get bored with each other or get sexually burnt out or frustrated with each other, it's kind of like, well, shit, I can break up because it's like, fuck it. But when you got a goal or intention, it's like, well, we ain't did that yet. We can look back and see what we have done on our journey. We can see where our marriage has been successful because we've had intentions, whereas people just look back on their marriage sometime and just be like, shit, I was happy at one point, now I ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to be happy, or I want to feel better, I want more money. It's like the intention there. The intention being there is has a lot to do with me.
I think in that way, intention is that purpose. And even though, like we shared on other shows, you with Miss Carla, and then we talked about it, I may not have known exactly what my purpose was, but I knew that I was on the road to find it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be a part of something that was big and life-changing. So when I get with a man that is trying to do things that change the world, change our race, to me, I'm like, it got to be him.
Well, this is the thing. Say, for example, I was thinking about this and looking at some of her footnotes. In today's culture, a lot of people are scared of commitment and think marriage is outdated. Is that social media's response? Because the reason I say this is like this. A lot of people saw bad marriages growing up, and they're judging marriage by the color purple. Black people in pop culture, we judge a lot of stuff by the color purple and Tina Turner, Ike Turner. So I'm starting to hear now, you don't need to be married and marriage is outdated and this, that, and the other. And I can understand people feeling like that, especially men. We'll get into that later on. But it's kind of like, if you're looking for a long-time boyfriend, why not be married? It's like all the people that say marriage is not necessarily don't have boyfriends.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you got a boyfriend that's live-in or outside live-in boyfriend or whatever, and you in a committed relationship, I can see how you say you don't got to be married. What the fuck is the point of being married? I got a situation. Yeah. But everybody that ain't got nothing going on is the ones that say marriage ain't important. So you take Miss Carla, she got something going on, and she thinks marriage is important. You know what I'm saying? Although she said it ain't her thing right now, but she still see the importance of marriage. Exactly. It's like the people that don't, it's like I'm happy single or marriage ain't everything, or they try to vilify. I see marriage being vilified of, like, I've seen so many people look at us and say relationship goals, and I don't know how the fuck our relationship could be goals just from some pictures or a podcast they seen on social media, as much as people be. No, but the way people be beating on each other behind the scenes
but
and
like,
shit.
You got to think you've been always before the time when
we but I'm just talking about when I say looking at somebody else's relationship and saying that's relationship goals. You don't know what the fuck going on. Yeah, he might not can't fuck. She might not can't fuck. He might be on drugs, secretly spending up the money. How people looked at Beyonce and Jay-Z and was like relationship goals, and then she come out and and he had to come out and say what was going on. This is the baddest woman on the planet, so-called, and she getting cheated on, and she jealous, insecure because he fucking with a bitch that's lighter than her, or with the Becky with the good hair. So when people say relationship goals, I be like, how you look at somebody else's relationship and say that's your goal, based on what you see on the outside. But I've also seen people say that, not that we were relationship goals, said they ain't really happy. They ain't happy. He fucking around. She this and that. Yeah. That's why they open. They ain't happy. They don't like each other. So you get it from both ends. You see what I'm saying? But as I look at marriage, I think marriage is important and will always be important to a certain group of regular, sane, silver-minded motherfuckers that ain't let the world totally corrupt them. Now, if you can't find a husband or you can't find a wife, that's one thing. But it's another thing to throw this institution away because the shit is working 50% in America. In other nations, this shit is working. They're thriving, families. So it's the business arrangement. It's how kings and queens create dynasties. So we can't throw marriage out just because 50% of America. Divorce is incentivized in America. If they took it to where when you come into a marriage, you leave with what you come in with, man, women wouldn't be divorcing men. 80% of marriages are initiated by women.
Yeah. When you think about it, when we got married, everybody around us was married. I'm just saying how times is changing even less. Or like when you say that smart, is whose conversation is it? And then what generation is talking about it too, because when you think about it, everybody that except one person, everybody was in couples. And if they wasn't married, then they got married after. Your friends were married. We was going to. Well,
you have to understand, Chris, like I always try to say, marriage, the only reason marriage is being questioned is because so many lowlifes. And I hate to say it like this. I don't mean lowlifes. Let me rephrase that. There are so many people that don't qualify for long-term committed relationships, whether it's marriage or boyfriend, girlfriend, or live-in, whatever. There are so many people that are hurt, scorned, don't got their shit together. Side note, I want to so you can see what I mean, because I don't want people to think I'm looking down on them if they've never been married or not married. I'm saying, if you've never been married or not married, and if you wanted to be, it's because you don't have certain qualifications. Maybe you're boring. Maybe you don't do, it's certain things that people don't realize. Oh, I got this. I check out on all this. The new Tyler Perry movie, the struggle in that movie. You see what I'm saying? The struggle. People crying, talking about the struggle. I never struggled like that in life. We never struggled like that in marriage. Meaning Chris had her own salon and her own home when I met her. I had a job and education, had my own apartment and car when I met her. So it's like I was going to be okay without her. She was going to be okay without me. However, two people that can be okay in life, that are healed, that ain't fucked up in the head, gonna always, if they start dating, gonna see the benefit of joining their purposes together if they have purpose. So what I'm saying is most average decent people still believe in marriage. The people that don't believe in marriage have been corrupted and been through a lot of bad fucking relationships.
And that's why I'm saying for these young girls to hear that, then they are the fruit of those relationships and those conversations. And they take those conversations and tell them to their friends. So now even what you've prepared for and showed your children, now they have another viewpoint of what it is.
But you're not seeing what I'm saying. You're going right. You're overlooking what I'm saying. Okay. Those girls you talking about is raised by ain't shit bitches.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
So the point I'm making, most average people, see, I think we don't realize that there are more good black people than it is fucked up black people. See, we look at the black race, and that's the thing I said, the empty wagon makes a lot of noise. Black people are only fucked up in New York, LA, Houston, Miami, Chicago. It's blacks all over the country in suburban and rural areas that are decent, great black people. When we look at black men, let me watch this. I'm going to just Google it just to see. Like, if I was to ask the panel, how many black men y'all think in prison in America? Now, how we look at black men. How many black men y'all think in prison in America? I'm going to give y'all a chance. How many black men do y'all think are incarcerated in America? How many black men you think incarcerated in America? Well, you got to give a number.
I know, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, but give a sincere number.
I don't know. That's sincere.
Nah, you got to give a number. It ain't about being right or wrong, because they going to give a number.
60,000, 100, and I don't know. A lot. I'm just trying to think. I don't know.
Okay, just a number. We're live on
160,000 men.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn, you live on camera. How many black men are incarcerated in America? It says in 2021, 1,807 black men per 100,000 were held in federal prisons, according to the United States Department of Justice system. So black men are in prison at a higher rate. I want a number.
But anyway, it just goes to show that even when we say what we think is a lot, what is that based on a lot? Like my mind was just like a lot, it clear. Like you know what I'm saying, just like we say men, as a lot of deadbeat dads, and then we start looking around. I started looking around, was like, damn, I don't even know none.
You don't see them.
What is a lot, and who are the days? So
it's just who's talking,
and then when you think about who we know around us, they'd be like, well, who's in jail? You get what I'm saying? Who's actually incarcerated? And you know, we've done,
So they giving you statistics. Say, ultimately, it's basically saying 1 in 55 black men are in prison. So you're talking about if you got 55 black men in a room, only one of them is in jail. They making this shit seem like it's goddamn so many, like they say. And then when you look at the gay population, they be like, between black men in jail and gay, and ain't no men out here. I be like, that's your narrative. You ever notice that the people on the relationship podcast don't be married? And they give all this advice. If you're not married or never been in a long-term relationship, you're giving advice based on failures.
Yeah.
But thinking that I don't get what people don't understand. Just listen to what I'm saying. You're giving advice based on your own failures. But if you think you can give advice and you failed every time, you must be blaming everything wrong on the other motherfucker. Think about this for a second. If you are a relationship guru, a relationship podcaster, a relationship coach, or whatever you are, and you've never been married, never been in a long-term relationship, you're giving your advice based on your failed relationships, which is saying, shit, if you think you got good advice, you saying I was always right in the relationship. It was their fault this shit kept failing. So when we look at what's going on and who's talking the most, I think every woman still desires marriage. Smart social media ass response.
I definitely think that's what it is.
Now, so many people have seen toxic marriages. Or have we really? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If 70% now, if 70% of single mothers are black women are single mothers, ain't nobody seeing no fucking marriages. Ain't nobody seeing no motherfucking toxic marriages. They going by what they hear and what they say. Because when I was growing up, I'm gonna be honest with you. Who was married? Shit, you knew anybody married parents? All your friends were single parents. My homeboy CJ and Donald, and peep this. This is what's so crazy. My homeboy CJ, I gotta call their names. Fuck it, and both of them juniors. Where Donald was the second. Chester Silver Sr., good man, great man, was father figure to me, and Donald Moody Sr., another great man, father figure to me. And the reason we knew them was because we played basketball and football and baseball, and they daddies was the daddies that had their own businesses, and they sponsored the teams, helped buy the uniforms, picked us up. God bless the dead, Donald and his father. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two men I knew that were married. And I'm talking about my high school. I ain't want no daddies at the games, and the daddies at the games that were at the games want husbands. So I can't say I saw no bad marriages. Now I saw some bad mama had some bad boyfriend motherfuckers, but not no motherfucking bad marriages. So this whole thing of marriage and what we see, where are we getting this from?
I thought about it when you said that. I saw my dad married to somebody else, and he was cool. They was cool.
Good married.
Yeah. I mean, my uncle, maybe not people that I saw every day, but I ain't never, and really I saw the bad marriages on TV. What's Love Got to Do with It? Color Purple.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And really just those two.
and my homeboys that I saw married growing up, when I spent the night with them, we sat around the table, passed the peas, passed the cornbread. So they were very beautiful households, and they died together. So I ain't seen no bad marriages.
So has the people
I ain't seen no bad marriages in my life. Marriage is about a system of support and self-growth. That's what people don't understand. The thing that I love about marriage, and I got to say this while it's on my mind, is marriage, if you choose somebody that you say you love, most of the time people get married. A lot of times, if marriage ends in 50% in divorce, I would have to say the root cause of people getting married can't be sincere.
Can't be.
So people are getting married for reasons outside of purpose and what we call love. So you can't tell me, like I always say, we together, we have children, we together 6 years, 4 years, 2 years. Soon as we have a baby, we break up. Or soon as we get married. Now, me and Chris was talking about today is Crystal makes us closer. It's like having a goal, a common goal together. You know what I'm saying? She makes us closer It makes me love you more. It makes me respect you more and appreciate you more. So it's like, I could see how a kid could push relationships apart. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times marriages will break up before kids, during kids, and after kids. You would think if say, for example, what am I trying to say? If 50% of marriages end in divorce, mm-hmm. somebody is getting married for the wrong reasons, man and woman alike.
Yeah. I mean, because even when people question us, I'm like, I want to be with him. I want to be with him. Like, why do you not want me to be with him? Why do you think it's always quick, when they're quick to say, y'all should break up, why y'all together? Why can't we be together? Why can't mm-hmm. we stay together? Why can't we fight for this if we want this?
Or like back in the day, the old folks, it was known in those marriages that I would see that lasted. My granddad and grandma might beat on each other, goddamn. Be back together. And like people know, like, shit, he get drunk every weekend, and these Mr. stereotypes. I didn't see a lot of it, but I did see the marriages in my family. My granddaddy did his thing and grandma did his thing. They cussed each other out, argued, cut each other, goddamn, talk shit and fried fish the next day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation. What's up, Chris? It's a situation where it's kind of like, what is making people not want to stick to it like they used to? Is divorce incentivized? Is man got to the point? But say, for example, it's so many factors that I see. Okay. Back in the day, a man was only going to be able to support certain things. You was going to have food and goddamn clothes, and you might have had, there were times where you weren't going to have running water. You knew what you was going to have the bare necessities. Mm-hmm. So a woman was like, shit, if I'm getting just the bare necessities, it might as well be from a handsome motherfucker with a big dick that I like.
That's what happens.
No, I'm serious. Exactly that's how I felt like it was. If all I'm gonna have is a tin roof and the bare necessities, and we gonna struggle, I might as well be with a handsome motherfucker that I like. So what I'm saying is, a man ended up with a woman, and they were kind of equally yoked.
Okay. Now,
through drugs, better jobs, and technology, any man can become a above average provider. So he's got access to a woman he wouldn't have never motherfucking got back in the day. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but almost as a man, men are gonna feel like they have to be
men thinking they making more money.
Women is wanting way more.
What I'm simply saying is, Ugly John was gonna get an ugly wife back in the day because Ugly John and Handsome John was both gonna have a house and a mule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying. Now Ugly John can provide on a level where his wife could be like, well, fuck it. I take Ugly John for his provision, but the second I get bored or he don't do right, I'm breaking up and take half of his shit. Whereas before, back in the day, if you break up with a man, you was gonna starve. There was no law that you get half his shit. There was no law that you guarantee get the kids or get alimony if he got something. Mm-hmm. Men created these laws to protect women. You see what I'm saying? Men created these laws to protect women, and Congress passed these laws. This ain't no motherfucking shit that some nigga just said. This is law.
So then,
child support laws. These things are laws.
I mean, but still, we live in a world where people feel like they can take care of themselves. So I could see, and then the people don't appreciate these type of relationships. And it's so funny. I told my coworker today, she's married, and I was like, if you ever feel like you want to leave your husband, come to me so I could talk you out of it, because I'm gonna talk you out of it every time.
Every woman that I have seen in the last 10 years, whether it's somebody I know on the job, personally, on fucking TV, anything, when they leave their motherfucking husband, seem like motherfuckers be regretting that shit now.
It seemed like they
Tia, yeah. Man, I could goddamn Kiki went back to her nigga. It just seemed like when people leave, break up now, they regret it. It's like, I think there's an allure of a whole phase that women go through. And if they don't get it when they're young, they like, shit, I done raised my kids. I'm 45 now. I want to divorce my husband and be a whore.
Just be free to not even think about nobody, because you already be wanting to be selfish anyway, so you get a pass. And I think that women would, if they could say, can I get a break? Can I get a reset? Go out there and do whatever and come back. And I think they wouldn't. But again, people don't be open. And so if we had to sit now, like somebody would say, that's we don't love each other, we don't want to be with each other, that's why we're open. But we're open so that doesn't have to happen for neither one of us. For us to be burnt out, burnt
out or sitting around lusting over something
else,
fucking up your life, fucking up your mind. Marriage is about alignment, truth building. It's something greater than your own ego. Man, marriage will destroy your ego, which will help you in the world. Ego is good and sometimes it's bad. But just like situations where somebody that's watching you and know what you're doing, that you can't fake a front on. You know what I'm saying? There's been times in my marriage where I be like, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna stop doing this, or I'm gonna do this. And it's like when the person said, well, you said you was gonna do this, and you just have to sit there and just look like, no matter how mad or sad or angry or upset or depressed I feel, this motherfucker know me and know what I said. And I can't do nothing but acknowledge it, admit it, and try to better myself. Ain't nobody married to you trying to make you worse. So it's always like a mirror of yourself. If you really, really with somebody and marry somebody that you want to grow with and have purpose and alignment with, it's like they're cheering you on and you're cheering them on, and then there's some, come on now, get your shit together. You ain't doing what you said you was gonna do. Like with the test, when I was like, take the test. Or like sometimes shit that you have to tell me, get in the gym harder, do this. You said you was gonna finish writing this book. You said, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then it's like, you can't do nothing but sit there. And I ain't gonna, as a man, I be wanting to say, you don't tell me what time to do my shit. I ain't been in the mood. God damn it. I could say all types of shit to come back to try to combat the fact that somebody just told me, get my ass in gear because my life is tied to yours. And we got a plan. That shit be stinging, but it's good.
You gotta pick somebody that you feel aligned with. That's the first thing that came to my mind when she said that. We are really aligned, and we've been aligned. And when people say marrying people and they baggage and all type of stuff, if you're not aligned when you get together, there'll be a lot of sacrificing that be going on, which can make the people around you say, "What the fuck did they get married for?"
You know, we had everybody got the issue. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say me and Chris was healed when we got married, but when we got married, we had been through Pastor Andy. With Tammy in there.
Okay.
We had been through Pastor Andy, and Pastor Andy is like, he gonna make sure you talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a clear understanding. So we was pretty much two whole people. Like I said, you had your life, I had my life. We put our lives together. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we trauma bonded, or I seen people get married out off the rebound, or people marry somebody for any old type of reason. They done had a baby, somebody got money. Sometimes a man will marry a woman just because she beautiful and then be mad because she don't feel attracted to him and he knows she married him for money. I done seen dudes do that shit all the time. Like, man, you know she married you for money. Why are you mad that she's not attracted to you?
That go back to it being intentional and purposeful, because when we went to the church, he taught us how to look. You get what I'm saying? How to search, how to know. So when we bumping into each other, when we're deciding, we know what's happening. Yeah. Like, it's like if somebody say it's an arrangement or look good on paper, we understood what we were doing, what we were kind of in search for in the future. Like I said, I wanted to be a part of something great. I had already known you. I knew where your mind was. I knew where your vision was, what you was trying to do. I wanted to be a part of that before we ever dated.
Let's talk about some of the real benefits of marriage, because people say, if y'all have an open relationship, why would you be married? Because we could just have an open relationship, live apart, blah, 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 blah. Why are we married? Let's get into some of the real shit of marriage that people don't understand. And that's why we ain't mentally ill or mentally fucked up. People don't realize single women crazy. Single women crazy because society says something wrong with you if nobody's chosen you. Emotional stability. You have someone who sees you past your moves, mistakes, and still shows up. Mm-hmm. Emotional stability. Man, it's like nothing can happen to me that if I can't see my wife, I won't instantly feel better. The emotional stability of knowing that somebody out this bitch got you in mind, that you can call at any time. The emotional stability of knowing somebody got your children's best interest. Somebody got your life's best interest. Somebody is working hard as fuck to make sure that they're doing good so you can be straight. What do you when I say emotional stability, what comes to mind as far as what you get from me? That's what I just said, what I feel.
I could stop searching. I could stop waking up every day wondering when my Mr. Right is going to be there, when my Prince Charming. Forget about all the what ifs. This thing that I've been dreaming about from a young girl watching, fairy tales about, I'm having it, right? And I could wake up tomorrow and at least know that I don't have to have that same reoccurring thought and dream. Now, does it change the other stuff when you ain't, because that's a whole nother thing.
So let me ask you something. Based on the way you said that right there, I hear being saved from drowning in the dating pool.
Yeah, finally I don't have to wake up. I don't got to go on another goddamn date if I don't want to. And they trying to make us break up over shit because they don't understand. I don't have to date like you do.
So what I'm saying is, you described the emotional stability of being saved from drowning in the dating pool. I would compare that to a man growing up and they saying, you got to get that paper, you got to get some money and take care. It's always some. So that's what I was about to say. That right there, that's why I said earlier, and people think I just be saying stuff. The way you said it, you kind of said what I said. I said single women are crazy.
Yeah, when you said that, I agree
because society says, if you haven't been chosen, it's a programming. It's no different as a man. As much as I've helped taking care of our family, or times totally taking care of our family, I still be saying in my mind, man, I got to get it, man. I got to do better. I got to make a better way for my wife, a better way for my child. I want a bigger house. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a constant, and I don't know if you get to that. And I guess when you get to your meals or whatever your goals is, Shaq talking about he can't stop trying to get businesses. So I don't know if that ever stops for a man, but I feel like I'd be better if I was goddamn better. I don't know if that ever stops for a man. So, but when a woman who's been trained since a little girl about love and relationships, when you finally get chosen and plucked up and feel safe and secure in that, I can see how that could take a lot of the mental stress off of your mind.
Definitely. And no different than you said, how it keeps going for men. That's when women do get that. And because it's something they've wanted for so long, then they'll take their own self into a whirlwind and get very possessive
and jealous
and all that stuff. So now you in somewhere else within the
you
relationship.
Get scared. Okay.
You get scared you're gonna lose it because you never want to have to go back to that place mentally again.
You don't want to have to go back out in the woods with the bear. You know how I'm joking, the women said they rather be with the goddamn bear over the man. I said the bear can't get your goddamn hair and nails done, bitch. You better be with the bear. But yeah, that emotional stability, man. Just knowing that the person is going to show up regardless, that they're going to be dependable. And do your fucking duty.
From
Go ahead.
Day one, you said, I'm picking up your kids, and you did. Like, I've never had to worry about you not showing up. like through anything that and I could say about anything, you've been always there.
Mhm.
And before you, I wasn't with people that was always there, and I was with my baby father for almost 10 years, but
Yeah.
he wasn't always there. Rather, he was on the road getting it, not because we didn't live together, and
Yeah.
having really how his life was set up.
Yeah.
Or how our life is set up, you've always been there.
And that's one thing I can say about you. You've always done your duty. And that's a level of emotional stability for me. Everybody grow up in different households. Like we said, a lot of us didn't grow up in households with marriages and 2-parent households, and we saw a lot of dysfunction. Mm-hmm. So you are the main I guess I would say like stability thing. You know what I say, that your grounding point, your thing that has been stable, that's always been there, sharp and on point, showing up, handling business since I met you.
My goal is to make sure we stay together. Like,
yeah, I've had friends or family members that, and you be like, you ain't showing up for me. That emotional stability of more strangers share my stuff, more strangers put me on than family and friends and people I went to high school and college with. So it's that emotional stability of knowing, yo, this person is here. This person is going to do their duty. It's like sometimes I've been in relationships with women or situationships with people, and it's like, hey, we cooking out Friday, right? Yeah, we cooking out Friday. Yeah. And Wednesday, we get to arguing over something, and you scared to call the motherfucker to see if y'all still cooking out Friday because they ain't talking to you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's like, okay, we can do something or have something. It's like, okay, well, I know she's still going to get up and get Crystal ready in the morning. I'm still going to get up and do this.
Like, I want to, even in anytime we've had what we would say is a rocky time, I always desired to understand where you was coming from, even if I thought I was right. At the moment, I wanted to understand your perspective. And a lot of what snapped me out is because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be with this man and I'm thinking ill of him, something must be wrong with me. I must be crazy, because who stays with somebody they think is trying to do them wrong? Mm-hmm. And so I think a lot of women, we like to be upset. We like to, you just think you don't want to bow out. You know what I'm saying? This feministic attitude of we don't need no man, and we don't want to be dominated by a man. I want to do what's right for the relationship. Yeah. And you do and when people hear that, that's not about me always needing to do something. It's could you be about too. Me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we do that, and it's not like, oh, you do it, then and I do it, then you do it. We understand the context of whatever we are dealing with, and you understand when it's important that you be the one to give in for the sake of the relationship. And because people don't do that, I think that's why there is this question of if it's needed. Yeah, it's like no matter who's saying it.
The song we're working on, Just for Tonight. Sing that shit.
Just for tonight, I apologize, cause I don't want to win. That one.
It's just for tonight. I apologize, cause I just want to win.
You like my?
I just want to win. It's like a lot of times we won't apologize. We thinking we lose if we apologize. But to me, in the song, it's saying, I'm going to apologize because I want to win. I want the night to go good. If somebody don't apologize, we'll be sitting here on the couch eating popcorn together. Hey, you want some popcorn? Watching the movie together. You want some popcorn? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have the time you would normally have if somebody don't apologize. You know what I'm saying?
So in the song, I'm going to do both ways, because I don't want to be the one to just say I'm right. So I will, but I win because I give I give into what's necessary at
For
that
the,
moment.
yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was just saying. That's you just re-described exactly what I'm just saying. You always do that on that song. I was like, Chris, you're
You know what?
apologizing because you care about the bigger picture, not winning the argument. And then you be like, yeah, and then you re-explain it the exact same
Because
way.
when I freestyled it, though, you got to think I might have, sometimes I might have been saying it, then you came and you helped me put more context because it was just like surfaced, and then you're talking about it. So I think every time I sing it, I'm looking at
you
it
keep
from
singing
them
it back how you had sang it at first.
Yeah.
So spiritual grounding. Me and Chris ain't really spiritual, but when I say spiritual grounding, I'm looking at it from the aspect of we think bears and bubbles, we think law of attraction, we listen to Abraham Hicks, we listen to Neville Goddard. You know what I'm saying? We have the same mindset about how things happen in this world. So it's like having somebody to pray for you, somebody to believe in you. So it's like when she started school and she had a 1.7 GPA and they told her, you can't get into Central. And she had to go to community college. I'm like, you got this shit. Take this class first. I can help you here. And I ain't never help you. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you little stuff, but I ain't help you. Like, that's your work. You know what I'm saying? But the point of pushing a person on that spiritual belief, like if I was to get fired tomorrow, my wife believed like I believe, to where she'd be like, well, you must supposed to have a new job because you got fired. We don't, if she was to get fired tomorrow or something was to happen in our lives, you know what I'm saying? We can easily transition because we believe in the same foundation, law of attraction, manifestation. You know what I'm saying? We believe certain things a certain way, so we don't never look at it as something wrong. Somebody made a mistake. Some coming back to bite you in the ass. Some you fucked up. You fucked up our finances. You fucked up this. We have the. What do you think about? That's how I look at that. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I mean, I call it to be spiritual, but it's by way of laws of attraction, and our job is to stay aligned. Let the person make sure we allow each other to be in the vortex, which is in our centered self, our true self, and that's how we and make sure we manifest, and like that's what we live in life for.
And the way we our spiritual alignment and manifesting and believing in our thoughts, creating our life. See, we don't believe that life comes at us. We believe we think our life. We believe our imagination is our God. It's the biggest thing. Your imagination. So when she imagined going to Africa for 6 weeks, the shit happened. They said yes. So I'm like, of course you supposed to go. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be back here fucking having fun. We don't even need to FaceTime. Go do your thing. This is where you supposed to be. But I'm joking, but I'm saying that to say there's never no confusion or doubt when one of us need to bust a move. There's never no jealousy. Even if I'm sad or jealous, I'm like, damn, you got a free trip to Africa. Shit. God damn. I'm like, go bust that move. When I got the call to go to Hollywood, she wasn't like, Hollywood, you got to sell your soul to the devil. She was like, what? Hollywood shit. What you doing? Shit, that's all up your alley. Go bust a move. We got the same thought process. When even down to the point where with Crystal, like, okay, we're going to have a child. This is what we're going to do to make this happen. Bust a move. Bust a move. So the same way, this is the thing they don't realize. We're open-minded. We're not just open sexually. We're open-minded. I let her bust a move. She let me bust a move. Fuck some fucking. People don't understand the clearness when we say we're open. Like, if she needs to go to fucking Madagascar tomorrow, I'm like, hey, shit, I'll roll if you want me to come. If not, shit, go bust a move, because I know if you thought this thing, it's your manifestation. This is your thing. I'm here to partake and participate in it. I'm not here to stop you, because the way I look at it like this, and I know I'm getting long with it because I'm trying to get people ready to see the importance of being in alignment. If I tell her when I meet her 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago, I had a vision that I was going to buy a property in fucking McGillicuddy, Georgia. 20 years ago. And if the world and the universe move and groove to the point where now here's the property in McGillicuddy, Georgia for me to buy,
We going.
she gonna do that shit.
Is.
Cause she know that's a manifestation of my mind that came out. She's not gonna say, well, what about this house? What about the money we saved up? And vice versa. There's no way I could say we believe in this shit in the same way. It's like, what do you mean? You said you was gonna do this when you was 4 years old before you met me and you got the opportunity. Man, this is now. Do this shit now. I'm just supposed to ride your coattail or be here with it. But go ahead and give your spiel.
No, that's true. I was about to say, like, we have both been this type of person before we got with each other. I've been a lot of religions, so I understood religion and understood that there was going to be a specific way that I wanted to be spiritually awake, right? And so he didn't you creating bears and bubbles was like, okay, that's what it is. You know, and that alignment is just everything. And I tell the boys, like, don't be with nobody that you're not aligned with, because it's gonna make you have to work too hard at something that could be easy. So, but when it's all said and done, that could even be worked out if people would be honest about why they chose who, or would let themselves be chosen, and appreciate the union. Number one, I didn't want to be a single mother no more. That was the purpose. So if I get a man that wants to be with me, I understand that I'm getting a prize, because I don't want to be a single parent. I want the appearance of being in the family, but I also want the life. I want the life of a dad in the house, you know, with the kids, you know. So people not honest about what they're looking for, whether it's provision, you know, you just want somebody with some money. If so, and you know that, then you could be with the person that you let yourself be chosen by. If I was not with you, I would be fair. I would be nice to everybody. Like, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't, if I could date somebody that was, I could be with somebody that is not maybe physically what I think I would like, and treat them right because I like their personality. And then, you know, the stuff that women be superficial about.
And like we talk about spiritual alignment, the biggest thing about Chris that I loved, and when we talked about life together before we even got together, was she agreed with me. That's all I ever want. I don't think people realize, men, and I'm giving men some game, all you really need from a woman is to agree with you. Agree with your plan. We're walking over here, and she said, you know what? I'm walking over there with you. Well, what if we walk over here? I'm walking over there with you. We get to a crossroads. We can go left or right. She said, I think we should go right. I said, I think we should go left. She said, honey, I thought we should go right, but I'm going your way. When we completed a circle and I was wrong, she don't say, because most of these men out here now, in my generation, especially moving forward, going to be raised by single mothers. You know what that means? They know how to cook. They know how to babysit. They fucking little brothers and sisters and clean up. Shit, I was a mother before. I was a mother to 3 little sisters. So I don't need Chris for absolutely nothing. But to agree with my plan. And she said, I agree with your plan.
And I like that. And people don't want me to agree with your plan, but I wanted to agree with your plan. And like, this was so funny. Women buy hair, asses, lashes, all this stuff to intrigue, to allure men in, right? But I can't want to, if you want somebody that's agreeable, and I'm this the thing, I'm an agreeable person. I'm not a person that is like, not a rah-rah type person anyway, but that's what you're looking for in a woman. That's like the easiest shit I could give. But women don't want to in today's time, because we think being agreeable is something that is negative as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so go ahead. So.
Or I was gonna say even vice versa. Like all I want is a woman that's agreeable to agree with me, right? That's all I want from as a woman. That's all I need from her.
Mm-hmm.
All she want is a man is to put up with her until she gets to her level of growth. So the same way, it kills me when a man get mad because a woman wants him to take care of her. What the fuck else do she want?
Mm-hmm.
She wants security from you, nigga. And you want her to be agreeable to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so many. I ain't saying you got to pay all the bills. I'm saying the responsibility when shit gets slack, you got to get the extra job. I'm not saying that you got to do everything. I'm saying that she needs to be secure.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be secure.
Mm-hmm.
That's all a woman wants from a man is to say, I have been saved from the dating pool, and me and my kids or me and his kids together are gonna be okay. Everything
and please
ain't
don't send me back.
Yeah.
Please don't send me back.
Yeah, get your ass back in the goddamn dating pool now. Y'all throw your ass back in the dating pool.
And that's why, remember I did that video on monkey branching.
Yeah.
That's why women are monkey branching, because they like, please don't let me fall back in that shit.
You gonna drink that water? Let me get some put it in this with this ice. We can share it. Yeah, so it's a situation where it's like, as a man, you want a woman to be agreeable. And as a woman, she wants a man to give her security.
Yeah.
So soon as you lose your job, she gonna wonder. She gonna wonder. Mm-hmm. She's got the right to ask you, well, what you planning on doing? God damn it, I'm gonna drink a little liquor and just let me be. She's not gonna be cool with that. Let me drink a little liquor a few days and get my shit back together.
I'm just saying.
She's not gonna be cool with that.
But the thing is, in alignment, if you know that's what the person, sometimes they be doing, you know, I'm not gonna say
you know if your man lose jobs and get drunk and fuck up,
yeah.
and you know what kind of man you dealing with, or you know if you got a woman. I know a dude got a good woman, but he like, man, she can't keep a fucking job for running her fucking mouth. And this is the known thing. Like, she gets fired, and when she tell the story, I've heard 3 of the stories, and I'm just sitting here like, she is telling her motherfucking story, and I'm like, both of us like, bitch, it's your fault. Yeah. She's still telling the story. When she finished, we like, yeah, you get fired for shit like that. What you mean I can't steal from the job? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing, legacy and wealth. Legacy. Marriage is for legacy. What can you do together? What can you do with your last name? What are your kids going to do? What are your offspring going to do? What are you going to be remembered by? People going to be able to see these podcasts. What are your children going to do? Wealth.
When you said that, though, the legacy, it made me really see, when you think about, is marriage needed? And especially in today's time, you need to be, if you ain't trying to leave no legacy behind, you know, you don't want to create some type of empire. Well, maybe you don't need to.
Not only wealth, yo, think about this mentally, what your marriage can do for your next generations in your family. Mm-hmm. Think about our kids and how they'll view marriage, and how they pick their wives, and how Crystal will pick her husband. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just think about how your marriage, like I just said, Donald and CJ Daddy, how their marriage impacted my life. Mm-hmm. Think about mentally the peace that people can have knowing I'm not messing with no woman like this. I'm not messing with no man like this. Mm-hmm. Think about this. This is what people don't understand. And Miss Carla said this, so you always hear me refer to some stuff she says. She's a co-host and she's wise. She had said some shit. She said women have more experience in relationships than men. Mm-hmm. I had you and a girlfriend in college and my ex. So I've been in 3 relationships. That college shit, you got to count it, but that's puppy love. But you've been in more relationships than me. So women, I always say, men don't have no lack of mother wits. Like we have been raised by single mothers, grandmas, and aunties, and they taught us what a no good, dirty, riding bitch is, and they taught us what a decent woman is, and we know. So as men, we go out here and we fuck with these riding hoes because they easy and they fun and they smoke and drink and suck dick off of both draws legs, and we be so happy with these riding hoes. No, I'm serious. I'm telling you. We be fucking with these riding hoes because they fun, but when we time to settle down, we go get a good woman. Mm-hmm. And if we ain't really mature yet, we hurt her too. Men ain't out here getting hurt. There's a lack of male leadership, a lack of uncles, grandfathers, big brothers. So women have to go out here and get fucked over in the dating world so many times before they realize what? This ain't the type of mother. You had to get fucked over 1,000,000 times before you realize stop liking guys with Timbs. That's like I had a homeboy. I had to tell him, you know what I'm saying? One time I said, listen, man, you like them light-skinned girls because of how you look. Got one, fucked them over. I told him that. He got another one, fucked him over. He threw with him. Now I didn't tell
the new one is light skin.
No, you talking about somebody else.
Okay.
See, that's when you talking too much on the goddamn camera. See, this is where you got to learn how to be discreet. So you talking about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And look, she thinks she can read my mind, baby.
Because his mind is my mind.
She know what I'm thinking. Oh. And it's all right. Now I'm talking about somebody else. Yeah, you damn near said the name the way you said it. No, they be watching.
Dang, it was something that I wanted to say though. That was really supposed to be like a little jokey.
I had my point was women go through a lot and get hurt a lot. And men don't get hurt like women in this situation. Men might get hurt that big scarred time where he finally gave his heart up and gave his hand in marriage, and then you know what I'm saying. But we don't go through the hurt. Girls be getting rejected and broke up with 10 times by the time they get to the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember,
because girls always be like, I got a little boyfriend.
But this you got to remember, we are ovulating. We are pushed to go out there sooner when we going through puberty. So even if you don't want to, you're supposed to be out there for the sake of that. So that's why it's going to feel like that where a man
you can be out there for the sake of that, but you ain't got to go fuck tea cake. From their eyes will watch God.
I mean, but
you can go fuck the good guy that's gonna not
you
do
don't.
Your dirt.
And sometimes for all the reasons that, especially as a young girl, first of all, you might only feel comfortable with TK because maybe you don't feel smart, or maybe you don't feel value, or whatever the case. People date easier than on the level. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a young girl, by the time you doing that in an immature way, now you think you got a taste and you got to get the spirit of Tim's exercise off you.
But see, you making my point, like you said, the young man that feels insecure, he just going to fuck.
Yeah,
he ain't looking for validation out of this woman.
Yeah,
he not looking for love. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said men don't get their heart as broken as much as women. You're looking for something to make you feel better about yourself, and he trying to fuck as many as women as he can. You know what I'm saying? For the fuck of it, for the Russians.
I was thinking the other day how women really, especially nowadays, well, at least we talk about on social media, they don't like, the war between men and women. And I'm like, the way women are and the selfishness that we possess, I'm like, man, if we didn't have to have kids, if we didn't have the unction to have kids, would we have kids? And are we thrusted to men though? Because the only time we really want y'all is during those times. That's why, like I said, women want men on the weekends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Friday
saying?
night, if at 9 p.m., let's go out and leave Sunday goddamn after brunch. We're going to get us some brunch, go to Golden Corral for breakfast Sunday, and then get your ass out of here. Women don't want no man. And so they want the idea of it.
So that's a different video. But what I'm saying is that these are reasons why people think that marriage is no need for it. But if you are trying to find somebody, create a union with somebody and grow something, it's way more than sex. It is a lot of planning and initiating, being intentional, all these things. And when you work together like that as a team, you see the gold in it.
Yeah, it's like almost like the next point is your worth.
Yeah.
Your mate gonna remind you of your worth when you forget it. Ain't nobody now, your homeboy, your cousin, man, you can be strong. But your motherfucking mate gonna remind you of your worth. Your mate ain't gonna let you walk around with your head in the motherfucking dust, because that shit affect their life. That shit affect how good, like I could tell Chris, I like, she's going through somewhere, she's trying to pass a certain test, she failed it. And I said, hey, goddamn, get the book and read harder, because you're gonna have to. I know you can pass this motherfucker, because guess what? I'm not gonna be dealing with a sad, depressed motherfucker over no motherfucking test. Now, do you want me to help you study? I get in that bitch and study with you. But we ain't gonna walk around here. I want my wife. I don't give a fuck about that test. I ain't passed. Well, I failed that motherfucker too, didn't I? Yeah, that's the one I failed. Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't failed that motherfucker. That's the same test I failed. And when I failed that motherfucker, I came home. I said, well, I take again. Shit, let's get right. Let's have fun. I ain't say she walking around this bitch sad all 2-3 days. I'm like, yo, is you fucking go get yourself together? You gonna pass that motherfucking test? That don't let that shit affect me. Somebody that's you married to, and you got to look down the long haul. Listen, put it like this. I don't care what you say. When you're not married, breakup is imminent. No, it's imminent at any time. You see what I'm saying? When you married, you're looking at life for the future. So you're not looking at breakup so imminent. When you go together, motherfuckers can break up over the simplest shit. You drunk up all the jelly, ate up all the jelly. Man, shit, this is some peanut butter left in there. I'm sick of you. You know what? You've been doing this shit. You know what? I'm sick of this shit. Because you ain't got a long-term goal and long-term plan for your marriage, not only for your life, but for your purpose together.
I think divorce be destroying that too. Like women being able to get a settlement in it. Because I remember you were saying like most men don't want to even get a divorce. It's mainly women that might initiate it, or they, we become so bitter that the man said, okay, I can't. But for the most part, the man, because the man know if he want to fuck around, he will. Yeah. So he don't have to. He already settled.
We know women.
No, I know that, but women are divorced, so that's what I'm saying.
Women acting like they not. Yeah.
I mean, well, once you cheating and you shit, it still ain't making you feel no better than you go to the divorce out of what
marriage will humble you. It'll humble you when you got to stay with somebody forever. I'm sitting here right now in the gym sorting the motherfucker because my wife like no snoring, no titties. But it also makes me want to do better. She said she gonna have abs at 60, so I want to have abs at 60. Shit, I ain't had abs since 16. Let's motherfucking abs is fucking 60, but I'm gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? It humbles you. It lets you know where you're selfish at. That's one of the biggest things. Just seeing when you're selfish at, it's like, wow. I know there are times in my marriage, and I'm saying this on camera, which I might not be saying, where I have stopped and got me something to eat on the way home and ate that shit and came home and act like I ain't eat. Because I ain't want to share with her. I ain't want to share with her, or I ain't want to go through where you want to eat it. I don't know where you want to go. I don't know. But when I did it, I sat there and said, you got to be a selfish motherfucker. You just snuck and ate because you don't want, or either it's something that you know that you ain't got enough money.
Diet. No, when I'm there, we supposed to be eating good.
Yeah. And I ain't or if I'm on the side of town, that fucking with Sue Ellen, I ain't supposed to say. I had to throw that in there.
You cannot come home with a tray from over there.
Say for example, or just like I'm over side of town, or I'm coming home from work. How many times I went to Golden Corral and didn't tell you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
be better not come home without.
And be in there saying to myself, I should get my baby some pancakes because she likes certain things from Golden Corral, and then be like, man, I'm stuffed. I don't even feel like walking back up
I
there.
ain't gonna tell her.
I don't even feel like walking back up there getting over the go train. And literally just be like, nigga, that's some selfish, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But it shows you you how selfish you can be. You know what I'm saying? Or there's times that I have bought my wife something to eat, and she took too long to come home, and I fucked it up.
Oh, no, I ain't did that. I won't eat your
I
food.
fucked it up before God got the news.
But you know, and just even being able to say that now and laugh, maybe in the beginning of our relationship, I might have been a little more, you know, sensitive and think that meant, oh, you don't love me, you know what I'm saying, until I got to go through till I do the same thing and then realize, oh, okay, it's two-sided. I think people don't give each other enough time in a relationship to see that they'll do the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing that you are complaining that your mate do this in this way, then you do this in that way. And you have been you have always let me see that. So that was a lot to go from nobody showing me.
Because I used to always think like, you taught me something that I knew about women anyway, but until we were married, that's when I realized women don't think about nothing.
No, we just
but their motherfucking selves.
Yeah.
She taught me that, but it wasn't a bad thing. I just had to learn. I said, damn, this motherfucker, even when she doing something for me, she doing it for her goddamn self.
I had to see that, you know.
But break that down, because people be explain what do you think that come from, or because it's like, because I knew this about women, but then when I was with somebody that I said, I ain't breaking up with this woman, that's when I finally started confronting you, like, and would show you, even when you was doing something for me, it was for yourself. Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I know that I didn't really see it like that until you showed it to me. I also know that I have been single for a long time, making a lot of decisions for myself.
Yeah.
And so that's what I already do. Like somebody coming in, that's like if somebody comes soliciting, it took a while. Like I'd be the one standing there listening to the, you know, the person trying to sell shit.
Jehovah Witness.
Yeah, whoever. Then I had you come home and I got Jehovah Witnesses in the house and shit like that. Now they ringing the doorbell early Saturday when you trying to sleep. You got the damn cursed one out. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm just jumping in.
First
and doing
nigga that ever cussed two old women Jehovah Witnesses
sure
out.
Did. He sure did. Woo. They probably was leaving me notes afterwards, like, let us know if we need to come.
Wink if you're okay, baby. Because the paradise your ass up the street some week. You getting your goddamn exercise, waking me up. I ain't cuss them out. I just being real. I don't want nobody to think that, because some Jehovah's Witness could be watching. I just simply said, why do you come up here early Saturday and Friday mornings, and you know people want to sleep in? She said, well, if you don't come to the door, we just leave the newspaper here. I said, how about just leaving the fucking newspaper without knocking? You're doing this because it's your old woman exercise and you feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't cuss them out.
Things like that were a lot of what we experienced to just show how selfish women are, even when we think that we're not, because the thing that you're doing, it's because of how you are thinking about it in your mind and how you see it. It's like somebody having a birthday party. You want to get somebody a birthday party. They tell you they don't want a birthday party, but you got to feel like you think that you know better than them, and you're going to give them the birthday party that they said they didn't want, you know, and then they say, why did you give me a birthday party? So I did it for you. No, you did it for you so you could get the kudos for throwing this party. And you thought that the person was going to appreciate it, and they still don't. So now you're playing victim. So, and I got to see how many ways that I did that. And I didn't like it. He wasn't even holding it against. Like, I'm just trying to show you
how fucking
who you
selfish you are.
Right.
Like.
And so now I have to consider, and the reason why that's a problem, because when you are in a relationship with someone, and you jump out there and don't consider the other person, you could leave your relationship or whatever, you know, in a state, right? But men are rational, so they're more strategic in what is happening no matter what you think. Women, men are more rational. Oh, it made me think about the other day when you said we were talking about men having a purer heart than women.
Yeah.
And when I first used to hear you say it, I used to be like, I think I got a good heart. But then I realized the other day when we was talking about it, wait a minute, men have to assess their heart way before they ever date. What type of men they are, where are they willing to go for their own protection? You know, do you sell drugs? Do you have a job? Like, these are things that they look at their heart of who they truly are as a man, so they know that women don't never have to really consider that until they're in a relationship with a man who's now showing them their heart.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, you
can't hide in a marriage. You got to improve on certain things. It's just like, I tell y'all some truth. This is some truth. I had a little thing recently. It was probably about a 3-week period. Well, when I would sit on the stool, a little shit would get on it. Maybe I won't wiping my ass is clean or something. I don't know what was going on. It was just something happening,
something was happening.
And I think it was at my job. I had to shit a couple of times, and I'd be uncomfortable, and I don't really want to sit on the full thing, so I might get up fast. I don't know, but my wife found a couple of little skid marks on the back of the toilet, and I was saying it won't me. But I was like, why would she say it's me? And I just like, I've been wiping my motherfucking ass 40 years, 48, 49 years. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no shit on the back of the stool, right? So I'm Googling, do your asshole change over time? Is it bigger? Is it deformed? Am I wiping differently? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell her, Chris, I wipe like this. Did I do this? I look at the tissue. I wipe until everything gone. I'm saying all this shit, right? Proving it's not me, right? So she like, I think it's just got to be you, Javon. Why would I say that's you? So I come home one day and I look and the stool is clean. You know what I'm saying? And I go down and I shit. And when I get up, I look back and I see it. And it's just, I'm using this example, y'all, this crude example to just show you, you can't hide in a marriage. You are going to be out there. If your meat ain't getting hard, if your coochie got a smell, if your goddamn feet start stinking, if you're snoring, if anything, you can't hide. Mm-hmm. And I don't have that problem no more. I don't know what it was. I'm wiping my ass the same. I'm more diligent. It might have been a week of the run. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Maybe on good tissue.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. But I said that to joke. I'm joking to show the point of you can't hide. You can't hide your heart. If you got some animosity towards your mother, your sister, if you got some animosity, if you got something that's eating at you in a marriage, that shit is going to come up. That shit is going to come up. You can't hide. You got to be humble. You got to be humble in a marriage. You know how hard it is for me to look at my wife and say, I can't fuck like I used to, okay? You're going to get that dick on Valentine's Day, Christmas.
It's medium.
You did Crystal's hair today, and I liked it. You don't get the same dick you used to get in the beginning, okay? Mm-hmm. All right.
But look, and the compassion, compassion when I was seeing it and didn't want to tell you, because then I had to think, I get a cycle. What my drawers done look like that you done seen?
I ain't never looked at your cycle drawers.
I'm just saying what you could have.
I'm saying, scared of period. So
I'm saying when I realized there are things about me, the tissue down the crack of your ass. Okay, you know what I'm saying? As a woman, women stay get on knee spread open. Then
that's why y'all have to pee every time before y'all have sex.
Until you get with women, until you get with your husband, you don't even know how many niggas done seen tissue on your ass because it ain't something that guys be telling you. Then next thing you know, you see Kevin Hart say the shit in the joke. You know what I'm saying? All of these like, yes, tissue in the ass. I'm like. But
he when said I'm just that saying, as a joke.
No, I just said that somebody
stole my joke.
It was probably you. I'm just trying to say that.
But think about it like this. Nobody might have not said it to you because as a dude, it seemed like every girl before you had sex, y'all said y'all gotta go pee.
Well, that's
so we
probably why
thought
the
you
tissue
was
get
going to get the tissue out your ass when y'all was really going to pee and straighten up and putting tissue in your
and
ass.
not realizing that. Exactly. That's what I think. So after we discuss something like that and you tell me and we have a conversation about it, when I see you something that I need to address you about, I'm not going to rub it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like, I don't want to have to clean your shit smear up before I sit down. You know what I'm saying? I don't care you put it there. I just care if I see it that you come in clean it off.
Hey, this is a joke,
but
y'all.
I
This
will.
is not true.
But I
this
will.
Is, this is for hypothetical. Now that I'm sitting here, I don't like how that feel.
Well, you already just said it. Yes,
this
a joke.
is hypothetical
this
purposes.
Is
Hypothetical. He really would put no shit on the back. It was just a little line at the top.
It was just a little bit, but what I'm just saying, and that's just my pet peeve.
But you know what I think it was? You know what I think it was?
I would wipe your ass if I had to.
You know how when your feet hurt, you might sit. I think I was pushed back on the stool a little bit further, and that little line that would normally be in your drawers just got on the stool.
I told you that. I think you push it. You sitting all the way back because the
of course I'm not going to agree with you at the time. I didn't even want to admit that it was my shit.
Yeah, but
I didn't believe it was me at first. I just didn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it.
You so silly.
I wouldn't believe it.
But yeah, so I mean that's the goal. But look, what I helped out with telling him, if you go see somebody and you happen to be cool enough when you sit on her toilet, I want you to look back and I want you to wipe it up. Or might make sure you good, yo. I want you to be good, and she don't be like this nigga.
Now, naturally, we're not trying to romanticize everything. We're telling the truth about marriage. But like I said, we ain't suffered like that. Like when people say, "Oh, I love the Tyler Perry movie," the suffering on it. Me and my wife lights ain't never been cut off. I can't even recall a time I wanted to get a seafood boil and want some money there. She might have been like, "Now you know we're gonna be tight this week," and I come home and be like, "Yo, I want to get a seafood boil," and she be like, "I got use the blue credit card." You know, so I don't know how it feel to go through all these struggles of marriage.
Maybe I'm spoiling you.
Could be. Suck my meat when I want to. Give me a massage when I want to. And then maybe I'm spoiling you because I laugh. I say it's 3 things my wife ain't going to do. Number 1, jokingly, when you wash your clothes and you dry it, that you pull that thing out and get that lint trap.
I've been doing that lately.
For real?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Number 2, I can be gone for 4 days. If I come back, it's going to be 3 big bags of trash in the kitchen. She's not taking out no trash. And number 3, if you change Crystal, you gonna put the dirty diaper in the bag
look, you
beside the door
that,
for me to take out.
But look,
I said, you know, you can take one dirty diaper out.
Now, first of all, I have number 1, just like I have done it.
Yeah.
Well, look how much I'm changing her Pampers and she's shitting. So sometimes, and I ain't gonna say that you don't take them all the way out right away.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you brought this up on the show, y'all. Before I asked them, is it a problem? Because I ain't got no problem.
Is it a problem?
No different than if I come home from the store, I might bring all the bags in, and you like, why you ain't ask me? I'm like, why? If you are relaxing, I know you sleep. I don't. We ain't talking about what you do. We're talking about what you don't do. What I'm trying to say is, I don't have a problem with actually doing that, and I asked you live, and you said nah, but you just brought it up again.
Cause I'm winking if I'm motherfucking distressed. You know, I can't if you ask me on live, I can't say, yeah, I got a problem with that shit. So I'm I'm just fucking with y'all. She didn't re-explain. No, but I feel you. But
I ain't taking out no garbage for the most part. No different than you ain't gonna put the dishes up.
Yeah, I'm not putting. Look, my wife would tell you, I wash the dishes, hand wash them, and rinse them and put them in the other side of the sink. She's like, why don't you just put them in the dishwasher and let them dry? I'd be like, man, that dishwasher too low to the ground.
Like
bending down that goddamn. I will hand wash the dishes like old school with bleach and the goddamn dish rag and rinse for our motherfucker. That dishwasher is too low and it hurt my back to bend down. And if she used the dishwasher, I'm not taking the dishes out because it hurt my back. You know what I'm saying? Let's see before we get out of here. It was one more out there. Even failed marriages can teach you bad relationships, your past relationships, they don't teach you how to become a fucking relationship coach. They teach you how to move and maneuver in your next relationship.
How do you feel? I mean, I think, how do you feel about that? Because you've been married, so you get to see that. And I had my way I felt about being on the receiving end of your wisdom.
I think that's why we're still married, because I was married before. I think I learned how to be more sensitive, how to, like I said, how to deal with a woman's selfishness. A lot of times what people don't realize, say, for example, let me give you an example of the relationships in the beginning, of most relationships. A man get tired of fighting a woman to lead her. You see what I'm saying? So say, for example, if I'm trying to lead you, you let me lead you, but you're kicking and screaming and you always got something to say. By the time you finally get secure and safe, like I can trust him to lead, I don't even want to fucking lead no more.
Yeah.
That's what happens in a lot of relationships. That's what people don't realize. The man is fighting the woman, showing her, I got your back. Let me do this. Trust me, I can lead you. I can lead you. And the woman wants to be led. She's just independent and been on her own so long that she wants your leadership, but she don't trust it fully yet. Yeah. So by the time the man get to the point where he just like, man, she like, yay. It's been 3-4 years. Lead me. I'm ready to follow. He like, bitch, I don't even want to fucking lead you no more. Years. So what I'm saying is, to answer your question, I understood that when we got married. Okay. She's not going to submit and let me lead her fully at first. I'm going to have to earn her trust, lead by consistency, show that I got the right thing in mind, and that way I wouldn't be burnt out. That's how it is in most relationships. When men are burnt out, and that's why the woman says she bored, because the nigga don't give a fuck about her anymore. He done tapped out, so he ain't trying to do none of that shit no more. It take 2-3 years for a woman to finally say, I'm talking about when she got a good man. I ain't talking about no dirtbag motherfucker. Like, you know, it take 2 to 3, 4 years for a woman to say, you know what? He's got my best interest at hand. He's not going to abruptly leave me and I'm going to look like I got married and divorced quick. That's something that all women think. I don't want to look like I need to be married at least 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So this shit look like it won't just some bullshit. So by the time a woman get comfortable and say, okay, I'm ready to let this man lead, and let the man is just like, man, I'm fucking Sue Ellen. She been listening so long. You know what I'm saying? And that's why as soon as he break up with you, he be married. Because he be in a real relationship learning. He learning what he don't want by going through the bullshit with you. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I used to think that it was people wouldn't understand that, but we gotta understand, because as women, we have friendships with friends that are draining us. That you say, I don't want to fuck with this person no more, and then you can't. And then, you know, at that very moment when you could just be like, I'm not gonna be friends no more. You decide I'm gonna hold on one, or some of them you decide to toss away. And so, you know, I had to not feel down about the fact when I finally stepped outside of it, was like, this has to be draining. And I may have experienced that, or just like, you know, you being the master teacher and so this is who you would be. This is who you are to, you know, many people. And now that I'm a teacher, you know, I get to be that to, you know, my students. And then you see the ones that you pouring into it. Oh, you done went back, and why you can, and you trying to encourage, and they looking at like, oh man, here you go again. And you like, here I go again. And you know what I'm saying? So I get to understand how that feels as the person who is trying to teach somebody, help somebody become their best them, because you already see the possibilities in them and you trying to help them reach that, you know. So yeah.
Well, it's kind of like this. I look at it like situation when people say relationships goes. We seeing a major breakup in the black community. I think black people feel like goddamn Grandma Ruby D left Ozzy when Papoose and Remy Ma broke up. Oh. And I've not judging them, but I always said that was some goddamn bullshit. The whole he was sent to prison every day. He never, man, that man got him some pussy. He was, you see what I'm saying? That's what crazy. I can see, look, I can see if the nigga was in jail and didn't get no pussy. He out 7 years and didn't get no pussy. Man, if y'all don't cut that goddamn bullshit out, like what? Why would you put that in our face? Yeah, you know I was faithful 7 years, nigga. You was faithful and didn't get no pussy. Locked up 7 years. Yo, bitch in prison. You ain't locked up. She was trying
to cheat in prison.
Yeah,
and he popping up. They like, he here again.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't out fucking nobody. God. I told me he had to come today.
Nigga, don't come this week. So it's crazy because I'm like, for that man to say she was locked up 7 years and he didn't cheat on her. Okay, what kind of cockamamie bullshit y'all trying to fool us with? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Papoose and Remy. Shout out to Russell and Ciara, because I'm waiting on Russell to fuck up. Russell gonna fuck up soon. I thought it was gonna be Russell, but I think Ciara gonna get that pussy away. It's like look, let's talk about look, now we can hate some marriages that we think gonna fuck up soon.
Look, they some receipts gonna come out with Ciara sending down Future some damn naked pictures or some shit.
I swear to God, I thought Russell was gonna fuck up, but I believe it's gonna be Ciara. Ciara gonna get that pussy up, and Russell Wilson gonna say, you know what, baby, it's okay, it don't matter, and then they're gonna be open, and then we gonna swing with them. I'm fucking with you.
I wanted what's his name, Iman and Tiana Taylor. I wanted them. I mean, it was a lot difference in the proportion, but I just like their styles together. I wanted them to just stay together. I don't know.
Yeah. I knew that was gonna break up. Yeah.
What about
you
Cardi
tell
B?
When a bitch a dyke. You can just see the dyke all over.
Well,
her.
they probably. I mean, you probably playing around and stuff. They might have still. She had the babies.
Yeah. You know that boy ugly.
Then she got it. He is not ugly.
He's sexy to y'all, but that boy ugly.
He's not ugly. Well, then they both.
I'm joking.
She's just joking. Look, she hard, pretty.
Yeah, she got a nigga face. That bitch look like a pit bull with a mean ass body.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
mean ass body.
I think they got. Look, remember I told you, if you go on reality TV, you gonna break up. You're showing too much of your shit.
Reality TV.
You're showing too much of your shit.
Yeah,
and then you have to be fake on camera sometimes. So that make you get mad. God damn it, we getting paid $4 million for this show, and I got to sit here and act like I like you, motherfucker. I'm sick of you. You know what I'm saying? If you go on reality TV, that shit gonna break up. But before we get out of here, man.
Wait. What you think about Cardi B and Offset?
What about them?
I mean, they beefing, ain't they broke up?
For now, yeah. You
and
know
she got that song out, and everybody is saying, and I'm just like,
well, put it like this: Cardi B and Offset, you already know what time. The entertainers don't last that long, but Jay-Z and Beyonce doing their thing because Beyonce don't mind him mashing that dick up to somebody else. Jay-Z said, I mashed the dick. I'm a masher. Yo, I'm high. Jay-Z said, yo, I'm a masher. I create lingo. What you doing this week, Jay-Z? I'm mashing. He presses that. You know how like old folks have said, press that button. Oh, my granddad said, mash that button. He mashed that dick up. And some folks said, turn that radio down. My granddad said, cut that radio down.
That's what I said.
Cut the TV off.
Cut it off.
Do y'all turn the TV off or y'all cut the TV off? I just want to do a quick survey for fun. Do y'all turn or cut the TV off? I just want everybody to just put turn or cut. I want to see how many people we got in here, how many people going to participate. Do y'all turn the TV off or do y'all cut the TV off? Do y'all turn off the lights or y'all cut out the lights?
I turn off the light.
Cut that goddamn call, boy. Turn the call.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
It's about the way you say it. If you cut it, like you yelling out to somebody, you gotta cut it. But if you asking them nicely, can you turn that?
It's your turner or cutter. I need everybody to speak up. We got 111 people. It's showing 111 people.
Ooh.
So watch. Now, thank y'all for joining us. If you got something out of this message, hit that like button. Hit that share button, drop a comment, share this with somebody who needs this conversation. And remember, marriage isn't the reward. Marriage is the growth. No, let me read that over. I want to say this like Jerry Springer in. And remember, marriage isn't the reward. Growth is the reward. Marriage is just one beautiful, powerful path to get there. Growth is the reward. So we didn't grew together. I was just telling my wife today. I said, love is one thing, but to appreciate a motherfucker for all they do is a whole nother thing. That'll make you want to give them the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you live for, and even more. 'Cause girl, I love you more than words can show. My love is pure. I climb the side of the I don't know.
Nothing can discourage me. Is it?
And I pray that you will be
always there for me forevermore.
Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I need you there. I take it over when I feel like she getting too serious. I be like, that shit getting too good now.
You know it.
Let me pull up something real quick. Let me turn my Rodecaster on. Rodecaster, Bluetooth, connected.
Like that little
We shall overcome someday.
Boom, 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 boom. Deep in our heart. We miss it. I will be. We shall.
New jam. New jam.
Sometimes I feel X-rated. Say, girl, it ain't complicated. Tell your homegirl stop that hate. She can come too, we could all get faded. Love Jones, we can get it on. Pop this out of raw, do it all night long. Fuck the phone, I know your nigga called. See my girl called, shoulda took my ass home. 'Cause we been getting faded. Fuck it, we got lost in time. And we gon' do it all tonight. We gon' do it all tonight. 'Cause we been getting faded. Fuck it, gonna live your life. Just call me when I cross your mind. I know you wanna fuck with a nigga. Just come and spend some time with a nigga. Roll one, pour one for me. Ride with me, we ain't telling no one. Ooh, girl, yeah. Fuck with me, girl, we getting lost tonight. I know what to do when you call my line. It's alright, it's alright. 'Cause we been getting faded. Fuck it, we got lost in time. And we gon' do it all tonight. We gon' do it all tonight. 'Cause we been getting faded. Fuck it, gonna live your life. Just call me when I cross your mind. Let me hold you down. Let me hold you down. Let me hold you tonight.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay tuned in, tap in, and turn on. That's my boy Mike Carter. I had to play that to fuck with him. I know he's shy and embarrassed right now. Probably got his little man bun pulled up, looking all cutie-tootie. Y'all hold it down. Stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Me and Trav will be here tomorrow, same time, talking that shit. Then me and Carla gonna be here Wednesday talking this shit. I know you wanna fuck with a nigga, girl. Peace.